You know, in a perfect world, your entire operation is just a symphony of mechanical excellence, right? Every robotic arm moves flawlessly, every single CNC cut is absolutely perfect. But what happens when just one of those instruments goes out of tune?
Well, this is the question that keeps plant managers and engineers up at night. Because when that precision starts to slip, the frustration is immediate. And the costs, man, they start to add up fast. So let's take a look at what that really means for your bottom line.
For so many people in manufacturing, this isn't some hypothetical. It's the daily grind, a constant battle against wear and tear just to keep things at peak performance. So what really happens when that complex automated system starts to fail? Let's break down the impact. It all starts with the errors. A tiny lag, a misreading of just a few microns in one little component, and all of a sudden, your perfectly designed parts are coming off the line just wrong. That means wasted material, scrap rates going through the roof, and a direct hit to your product quality. And of course, those errors create a domino effect. One faulty component doesn't just make a bad part, it can bring an entire section of your workflow to a grinding halt. Now you're not manufacturing anymore, you're troubleshooting, and that clock is ticking.
Which, of course, leads to the one thing nobody ever wants: unexpected downtime. We're not talking about a scheduled maintenance break here. This is a sudden, jarring stop to everything. It just throws schedules, deadlines, and all your projections completely out the window.
And this right here, this shows the real damage. You can see how increased scrap rates and lost productivity aren't separate things. They snowball into a huge, measurable hit to the bottom line. So what's really at the heart of this whole problem? Deep inside every single high-performing FANUC system, doesn't matter if it's a CNC machine or some complex robot, there's an unsung hero. It's a single component that is absolutely critical for maintaining the precision we've been talking about. It's called the encoder. The best way to think of it is like the nervous system for your machine. This tiny device provides that constant, crucial feedback on position and speed that tells the machine exactly where it is and what it's doing. When it fails, that machine is basically flying blind. But here's the good news. The solution isn't just about finding any replacement part. It's about choosing the right one to get that precision back. And that brings us to the FANUC A860 series. These specific models are engineered to restore and maintain that super high level of precision. These aren't just some generic parts you find anywhere. They're built to work perfectly inside the FANUC system, making sure your operations run smoothly and, most importantly, accurately. And this quote right here, it just perfectly sums up the whole idea. When you see that new original status, it's not just a label. It really is a promise. It's a promise of perfect plug-and-play compatibility, a promise that you're getting the exact component designed to work flawlessly within that FANUC ecosystem. Okay, so what really makes these genuine FANUC A60 encoders so indispensable? Well, it really boils down to 4 key pillars of performance. We're going to look at what we mean by uncompromising precision, how they are truly built for battle, why seamless integration is so key, and finally, their proven reliability. Let's start with that first pillar. All right, first up, uncompromising precision. Every single one of these encoders provides incredibly accurate positional feedback. We're talking about the kind of exactness that makes sure your CNC machines are carving perfectly to spec and your robots are performing complex jobs with flawless repetition time after time. Second, these things are built for battle. You know how tough industrial environments are. There's heat, vibration, electrical interference all over the place. These encoders are engineered from durable materials to withstand all of it, delivering unwavering performance when it matters most. Pillar number 3 is seamless integration. Remember that new original promise we talked about? This is it in action. You get guaranteed plug-and-play compatibility. That means you can just say goodbye to all those frustrating integration headaches, the compatibility guesswork, and all the risks that come with trying to use non-OEM parts. And finally, pillar number 4, proven reliability. When you invest in a genuine FANUC part, you're really investing in peace of mind. They're built to the absolute highest standards for a long operational life, which directly tackles the problem we started with, slashing the risk of that costly, unexpected downtime. So you can see, this leads to a much bigger idea. Choosing an encoder like the A860, well, it's not just a simple maintenance decision. It's a strategic investment in the long-term health and profitability of your entire operation. Just look at these 2 ways of thinking.
On one side, you have the maintenance decision view. It's a short-term, reactive fix for a broken part. But over on the other side, you've got the strategic investment view. It's proactive, it's focused on long-term health, and it's all about ensuring efficiency and profitability. And the advantages of having that strategic mindset are huge. You elevate your production quality. You actually extend the lifespan of your valuable machinery. And maybe most important of all, you empower your team to focus on innovation instead of constantly putting out fires and troubleshooting problems.
What this all means is that by making sure every single feedback loop is pristine, you unlock the true potential of your FANUC systems. They become reliable, they become precise, and they become ready for whatever the future holds. And that's really the final question I want to leave you with. Is your operation treating these critical components as just a reactive fix or as a strategic investment? Are you truly ready for what the future holds?